Hello, Keith here with Math Fun and Games. Today we're going to do PanzerBlitz, Situation 3, Turn 2. So in this situation, the Germans are trying to break the Russian defensive line, and the Russians are trying to maintain a Russian defensive line. The Germans are trying to punch a hole at least 3 hexes wide from the left to the right, in this case from the south to the north, and the Russians are trying to keep a straight line of defense covered by fire or units. So over here you see the Germans have entered on the westernmost board, and they're going to try to take this howitzer out that's on this hill. Meanwhile, they've sent some other units in the other board, this area of the woods and hills. They've sent some units there, and they sent some units to the center board, which is the big mesa board. And that's just to prevent the Russians from shifting all their forces into the westernmost or the clear board. So here we go. So it's the Germans' phase. And do they have any fire? No, they have no targets in the westernmost board. Let me check the center board. All right, the center board, they do have fire. And it's going to be a 1-2 against that rifle squad. But it's armor and it's at short range. So that 14 becomes 28. So that becomes 28 to 16. Now if I throw the rifle company in, 28 to 16, and that adds another 3, and it adds another 2, 5, 28 to 16. 28 and 5 is 33. So that's going to be a 2-to-1 odds. But then I won't be able to do the close assault, but it won't be much of a close assault. So I'm going to take all those units are going to fire. It's going to be a straight up 2-to-1 odds, but they're in but the defending unit is in a city. So let's see if any modifier. Add 1 to attacker's die roll. So it's 2-to-1 plus 1. There's the roll, and they got a 3. 2-to-1, they rolled a 3. Ooh. And that would be a double D. So that's a heavy dispersal. Okay. But that Russian unit will survive that turn, and all those units have fired. So I don't know if that wasn't necessarily the best thing for the Russians to do. Now over here, what do I do over here? I don't see any fire. We don't even have any last sight. So there's going to be no fire on the easternmost board, the Woods Hills board. Okay, so now it's the movement phase. Now here comes the Germans. Okay, so I got a half track here. So I'm going to move this armor unit out. And it can move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got to be careful that anti-armor, that armor unit over there. Where are my trucks? Oh, there's a truck there. Man, they can't go that fast on. All right, so this armor is going to go into that city. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that leaves me vulnerable to close combat attack. It'd be a 1 to 2 though. It wouldn't be that strong. But if I have 2 armor units there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I need more units for defensive purposes there, because right now it's going to be a 2-to-1. Oh, I only got mortars. Where's the rest of my infantry over here? Yeah, there you go. Right. So that infantry that's in that half track, that's the unit I want moved over there. So, oh, and he's going, his passenger is the rifle platoon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and he's going to unload that rifle platoon. So that kind of prevents that reinforces that unit against a close combat attack by that Russian infantry. Now on the hex next to it, I'm going to do the same thing. Problem is, I got to be careful. That armored unit right there, that's in a very, that anti-armor gun's in a very potentially damaging situation for me. And the thing is, it's in woods, so I can't spot it. That's a tough situation. That's a good position for that woods right there. Plus, I got the howitzer on the hill. All right. I would, let's see, from that woods to the town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can bring 12 firepower upon that hex. I gotta take the shot. 1, 2, 3, 5. Oops, 6, 7. Need this town. And then I'm going to. I have any more infantry? No, I don't. Okay. So I'm going to take another army unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that'd be a 1-to-1 -2 though. Yeah, I'll take that chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to put more armor right there. A lot of armor, a little bit of rifle units. Interesting. All right, what do we got back here? We got the 212 howitzer. All right. See, the perfect place to set up that unit would be in the city right there. But I have to take the city first, so I'm going to be very careful advancing these units. The 212, that 312, and then this army unit. I've already lost a really valuable unit. See how far I can get with this unit. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to unload the mortar unit. And I'm going to leave that truck right where it is for now on this half track with that howitzer. Is going to move up. I want that to move up. Where I don't want that half track to become a target, so I'm going to move it on the same hex right there. Okay. So that's movement for German movement for this board. This day I have no movement on the north board, now the westernmost board. They got tank, half track, and an infantry. Really, the only reason I'm there is to maybe pin down some Russian units. But what if I go around that position? That might actually work. So if I go like this for the, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I don't want to fire upon, oh shoot. It's vulnerable to a close combat attack, but it will be a 1 to 2. And if I move that forward, maybe I'll move that rifle company forward too. Oh, that's a half track there too. Yeah. A half track will make it a little bit more difficult to attack in close combat. All right. That's movement phase. Now we have close combat phase over here, the big one in the city. We don't have much yet. We have a 3 against a 16. No, we don't have a close combat there. That's greater than 1 to 5 odds. You just have to hold out for a moment. Middle, the Germans don't have anything. Down in the south here, we have a 3. We have a 5 to 16. We have a 1 to 4 odds. 1 to 4 minus 1. No, I can't even have anything. It would never have any effect anyways. Okay. So that's it for the Germans' turn. Now we're going into the Russian turn. Do the Russians have any fire possible? Let's take a look out west. That anti-armor definitely has those three panzers right there. So the defense is 24. It can attack all 3 of them at a 1 to 2 plus 1 odds. 1 to 2 plus 1. 1 to 2 plus 1. Let's just take a look at the hit. I would need a 1 to have any effect. Nope. So I'm going to go against just one of those units. Wait, but then that's not at half range, luckily. So it's 12. It'll be a 1 to 1 plus 1 against one of the tanks. So that'll be a 4. 1 turn roll a 4, no effect. Good. What else can the Russians do? How about this howitzer right here? It has a clear view to that town hex, but it's only a 3. And the guard unit actually has a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can do a 3 against 3. I can do a 1-1 against that mortar. It really wouldn't. 1 to 1 plus 1. That's just going to disperse the mortar, but that really won't do much. 3 to 7 is a 1 to 3 plus 1. And again, that won't do anything. All right, that howitzer is going to fire at the mortar. 1 to 1 plus 1. So I got a 3. So that unit right there is dispersed. Mortar is dispersed. Okay, and that howitzer, I need to mark that howitzer fired. All right, what next? Does this unit have targets? Yes. That Russian anti-armor unit has a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really doesn't have a shot. Okay, that's it. Direct fire. All right, over here, I forgot to remove the fire markers from these German units. All right. That Russian unit's dispersed down here. I don't have any fire attacks down here. All right. I gotta that fired marker. Okay. So I don't know why I fired. All right, so now that's the fire phase. Now the movement phase for the Russians. I don't think I have any. Oh, I do not have any on the west. About the center. Center board. No. Eastern board. I'm going to load up that infantry, that submachine gun infantry unit into that truck. And can I roll out right away, or do I have to wait? I think I have to wait. I think either load, unload, or move and unload. Yeah, load, transport, or transport and unload. So that moved. They moved about this mortar unit right here. Moving this cart. So that wagon and that submachine gun are going to stay in the same place. I'm just going to shift that mortar to the far side. I'm going to move this cart up the hill right there because I want to use it to possibly change where that anti-armor weapon is. I think that's all the movement. Okay, so back here, I'm going back to the center board. Do I want to move anything? Yeah. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that infantry back here. Yeah, I'm going to move that infantry back to where that truck is. I think that's it. Okay, so that's the movement. Now the close assault phase. This is the key. So that unit in the city, where can I attack? Well, in that hex, well, I have to attack whole hexes, so it's got to be that where that mortar unit is and a half track. So 7 will be a 5 to 7. It'll be a 1 to 2 plus 1. Ooh, 3. 1 to 2 plus 1 is 3. No, minus 1. 1 to 2 minus 1. Yeah. So it'll be a 1. Yeah, because it's going to be 5 to 8. So it'll be a 1. So it's dispersed. All that does is disperse the half track. The mortar was already dispersed. Excellent. That was that unit's turn. Any more close assault? I don't believe. Oh, well, right here. All right. Right there. All right. 5, so 12. 5 to 12. 1 to 3. 1 to 3 minus 1. 1 to 3, 1 or a 2. Yeah, why not? Something. 6, of course, it's going to miss, but that's okay. All right, so I believe that's it for the Russian phase. Now, clear everybody's moves. I clear all the markers on the Russians. Markers here, nope. Right here. Just have to clear that fired out, and I have to clear that fired out. And that's it. So that's going to be it for turn number 2 in PanzerBlitz situation 3. Next video is going to be turn 3. Thank you very much.